Yes, it's Jill here again. Um, Today's post is called "It's All in How You Look at Things." It looks kind of dark here. It's really rainy. Um, I should probably put the light on, but whatever. So it's all in how you look at things. Because this morning, um, I've had an interesting day so far. I was finishing my breakfast this morning, catching up on Facebook and stuff, reading through things, and we have my daughter's dogs visiting. They're down in the basement. They were kind of barking a little bit, and I thought that was odd because there was nothing for them to bark at. I didn't think too much of it, and then about 2 minutes later, all of a sudden I heard this like explosion, and then I heard what sounded like massive running water. So I ran downstairs and could see water coming out of our, other room in the basement where the water heater is spraying out. And I opened the door and the water is spurting out the top of the water heater, and it's, really like a fountain, like a water fountain, just coming out like crazy. And okay, what do I do? And I knew luckily where the water turn off things were right out there, but I had to kind of run through the water, and I'm like, oh, it's getting in my face, and it just ran through. It had just started, so it wasn't like deep or anything on the floor, but so I turned off one of the valves. There was like two different valve thingies. I turned one off, and that didn't seem to do anything. I turned the other one, and you don't know if you're getting them the right way or what, if am I turning it on more, or am I turning it on, or am I turning it off? But then finally it stopped when I turned it, the second one. And so I was like, oh my God. I mean, I sat there after I got it off for a good few minutes, just like catching my breath, and my heart was racing, and the dogs were like, what's up? And they were kind of scared for me, just making sure I was okay. They were fine. And then I had to clean up. I found the shop vac, cleaned up a little of the water, and then there was a sticker on the water heater that said it was under warranty still. It was like 4 years old, and it had the number of the plumber. So called him. He came. He just left now, did what he had to do. But all in all, like, I mean, for me, I was just grateful that I was home when it happened. Because I remember being at my parents' house once when, I don't know if we were away or what, we came home and we looked down in the basement and there was like a foot of water down there from something like that happening. So for me, I was like totally grateful that I was here. I heard it. Nobody got hurt. The dogs were okay. It didn't splash too much. I mean, I was able to suck it up. The rug's a little wet. And there's things in that room that are wet now. I'm gonna have to go through, but overall, I see this as no big deal. I posted something on Facebook, on my public Facebook, and I got varying degrees of, wow, good for you that you did it, to, oh my God, that's horrible, you poor thing. And that's the interesting part of how it's all in how you think about it, right? Like for me, I'm just glad we were home. We're gonna be away in a few weeks, and what if it happened then? I would have dealt with that too, but that would have been a lot worse damage. So for me, I just naturally, it's no big deal, other than the little bit I had to clean. I had to do it. I had to get soaking wet. I had to take off all my clothes afterwards, and I had to miss bar class. That was actually the worst of it, because the plumber was coming, and I didn't want to. My middle daughter's here, but I didn't want her to have to deal with it, so I had to miss bar class. That was the worst of it, and then the price of the plumber. But even that wasn't too bad, considering he came out quickly. So I just wanted to just say that, like, how I mean, it really is all in how you look at it. There's a million infinite different ways to look at any situation, and I'm not saying to like positive think it. I didn't do anything. That's just how my attitude happened to be about this, that there was a bright side to it and it wasn't that big a deal. But I can see where it could be something that other people might freak out about, get mad about. You know, there's all kinds of different ways we can experience these kinds of situations. And overall, when we naturally experience them as no big deal, life's just better, basically. So that's it. I'll catch you later. Bye.